See you on the other side, guys. See you on the other side. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Welcome to the Lab Tech Show. Tall Boy's here. I missed you guys. Did you miss me? I missed you. Look, we were not here last week, and I do apologize. I had to take care of some family business, make sure the fam was okay. And unfortunately, we were not able to be live because of the internet connection speed was not up to par to where we could do an actual live show. So I do apologize for that, but I'm back in the lab, and I need to do a studio tour of what I go through, because you should have seen it. Like, I was going through a lot of problems before we went live today, all right? And you should have seen the hell and high water I was going through just to get my monitors to come up. So I even took a trip out to J5 Creates headquarters and said, hey, I have this device, it's not working, help me out. They did everything from doing a screen assist, tapping into my laptop, and said, hey, it's not working. I drove up to their headquarters to get another device, had it working, and then 45 minutes before the show started, I was struggling. So I'm pretty sure Revis is going to find a way to use the word abstain. That's our word of the day today. He's going to find a way to use the word of the day and talk about my problems, but no judging here, all right? Anyway, my name is Corey Sanders. I go by the name of Tall Boy, as you guys already know this. If you're new to the show, welcome, welcome, welcome. I definitely appreciate you guys. Please put in the city and the state that you're tapping in from so we can see where you are, okay? We would love to see where you are and where exactly are you in the United States. Let's see what we have here right now. Currently, we have a couple people tapping in. I got the Lab Tech Show, which is me. Who is this? Stewart video is in Baker, Louisiana. And then I saw earlier Seattle, Washington, but there it is. Seattle, Washington is Awesome Wood Things. And then over here, Sheila Baker said she's in Shirley, New York, United States. Okay, I've never heard of Shirley, New York. Maybe we'll get Revis to try and drive over there somewhere and let us know exactly where Shirley, New York is. All right, so
maybe not.
He said maybe not. He said,
"Oh hell no!"
He ain't trying to go up to no New. Is there problems up there, Revis, with New York? With the trucking?
Yeah, New York is not trucker friendly.
So California and New York is not trucker friendly.
No, neither.
Okay, all right. I understand. Stewart Video says he's from Queens, New York, home of Spider-Man, but he's actually in Louisiana right now. And he said, he put in the wrong state. Okay. And then Shirley says, I'm in LA. Let me see. Can we get over there to the to California? We gotta show some Cali love a little bit and see where our girl Shirley P is. There she is. She's down there in Los Angeles, tapping in with us. So there it is. So we got a few people all over the United States, and Sheila Baker said, oh, no, let's get this right. I'm in Kissimmee, Florida. Isn't that like Ron DeSantis? Isn't he running for president or something like that? Florida got all kind of problems. Is Kissimmee considered a city that's got problems down there where they do crazy stuff down there? Because I know Jacksonville got issues, Miami got issues, Tampa be having issues. Talk to me, sure, Sheila. What's going on with Kissimmee? Let us know what's going on over there, and let us know how the world of Kissimmee is working in your neck of the woods. All right, let us know what's going on over there. Don't forget to bring your adult beverage. What are you officially drinking on tonight? I definitely would like to know in the comments. Let me know what is your beverage choice of the evening. I would love to have that come up on the stage. I mean, on the screen. So whatever it is that you're drinking, you know me. I have my Minute Maid, of course. We got to get a sponsorship from these guys sooner than later. But let me know what you're drinking in the comments, and I'll see if I can get it to pop up on the screen. But you know, I got my Minute Maid, so I will be tapping in on that later on this afternoon or this evening. And let's see, we got subscribe, like, and all that other good stuff. And let's see, Sheila Baker says Florida has low crime, lowest in 50 years. Well, all that crime has come up to Atlanta. Dublin, okay, I heard Dublin is in the building. Somebody said water, awesome wood things. Hey, everybody, says hit the spot 1006. That's what's up. Dublin wine, ball head red. Okay, all right. I don't know what that is, but I may have to find that in the adult beverage store. All right, no judging. I may have to go find that myself. Dublin wine, ball head red. Okay, you have to take a picture of that and send that to me. Okay, so I can have some of that and see what that tastes like. All right, so subscribe, like, share the show. Please send it out to 2 or 3 of your people. I definitely would appreciate that. The articles are in the description, so please, if you would like to follow along, you can follow along. And then, like I said, we have our adult beverage. So without further ado, let's go ahead and tap into our show, and let's see where our guy is. He's somewhere in the United States, from L.A. to New York. Where are you, Revis? Don't forget to honk the horn. Revis, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, fam. What's going on with you?
Hey, man, another week. You're out there rolling. I love it. Where are you at in the United States? Let us know where you are.
I am in a place called Eagleville, Missouri.
Eagleville, Missouri. I don't know. Should I give it a round of applause for that, or should I give it crickets? Which one?
Probably give it crickets. It probably got a population of 26.
All right, well, you got the crickets, man. So Eaglesville, Missouri. What is in that town? What do you see? What is the closest major city that we need to know about when it comes to Eaglesville, Missouri? Let us know what's in Eaglesville.
Well, what's in the town? Well, I'm at a truck stop.
Okay.
And it's a major truck stop.
Okay.
And this is probably the highlight of entertainment here.
The truck stop?
Yeah, because there's nothing else here.
Oh, man. Okay. All right.
I am about 106 miles north of Kansas City.
How many miles again?
106 miles north of Kansas City. I am also 8 miles away from the Iowa state line.
You're close to Kansas City, and you're at the Iowa state line. That's what you said?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm just making sure I heard you loud and clear. I had to throw out the megaphone on you. Okay. All right, man. We got a word of the day. It's called abstain. I'm going to give you the definition, and we're going to see how well you do with that. And I'm going to give you a sentence, and then I need you to break it down for us in truck driver terms. Can you handle that for us, man?
Yes, sir.
All right. Abstain. We've all heard this word before. To abstain from something is to choose to not do or have that thing. Abstain can also mean specifically to choose not to vote. The doctor insisted that Drew abstain from eating for at least 12 hours before his blood test. 10 members voted for the proposal, 6 members voted against it, and 2 abstained. Abstain. Revis, break it down for us.
before I break that down, I would like to say thank you to everybody that's on this live. And the reason why I say that, because this is Wednesday night and you could have been anywhere, you could have been watching anything, you could have been doing anything, but you abstained from that just to be right here with us. So I want to say thank you to everybody on here.
Okay.
And people don't know what goes on behind scenes. And sometimes we have it real smooth. Sometimes we have all kind of troubles just before the show starts.
True.
And I am so proud of you, tall boy, because you abstained from using profanity. And you kept a clear head, and we got this thing off right.
Ow.
Okay. So basically, I chose not to curse, is what you said was what abstain meant before the show started. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
You kept a cool head. I really like that.
I kept a cool head. I'm trying, man. I've been asking. I be saying that serenity prayer, man. I really do be saying that serenity prayer. But when you say that serenity prayer, curse words be coming out at the same time when you be saying that serenity prayer. So if the pastor is watching, I do apologize. It just is what it is. It is what it is. Did I break it down? Did I say it right?
The pastor would be proud of you today.
Okay. I got you. Awesome Wood Thing says that he will abstain from buying the new iPhone.
Okay, there you go. I will abstain for that too.
Okay. Well, you say you're an Android guy, so it doesn't really matter if you buy it or not. But for somebody that's an iOS user, I think that's very good that he's abstaining from buying something that he does not really technically need, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay. Any final words before we get you up out of here?
Hey, make sure everybody like and subscribe.
Okay.
And I heard this. We going live here on Facebook page too. So you guys make sure you like and subscribe over there.
All right. Well, before we go, I need everybody to give me 1, 2, or 3. How did Revis do on the word of the day? We know Revis is going to cheat and put his respective answer in there. But 1, he did that. 2, that was a hard word. Or 3, I'm going to let him slide today. Go ahead and let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments how Revis did. And right now I'm seeing a 1. Which we know Revis, of course, he had to put 1 in there. But Hit the Spot said you did okay. And Awesome Wood Things, he said tall boy abstains from effing profanity. I love it, man. I want to say it, but I'm trying to do good, man. I'm trying to do good at least today. Mama D says 1. Awesome Wood Things says 1. And Reverse S Stop Voting for Yourself says... Oh, Revis, stop voting for yourself.
I couldn't abstain from that.
Everybody's giving you a 1 because they felt like this was an easy word. You did good for this week. All right. So Revis, she didn't mean reverse, but she said Revis, stop voting for yourself. So she says I meant Revis. All right, we got you.
Does that mean I'm allowed to come back next week?
Yeah, you're allowed to come back next week, man. Well, I don't know, because next week, and Lisa Maria just came on, and her birthday is next Wednesday. So maybe we might let her do the word of the day. I don't know. Y'all gonna have to flip a coin. I don't know. Maybe she don't even want to come on. I don't know. But it's her birthday next week, and we want to give her. I know, women like to go into turn up mode like a week before. So we just want to at least let her know that we know that her birthday is coming up.
Yes, let her do the word of the day next week. She'll probably do better than Mama D did that day. I didn't say that. I was supposed to abstain from that.
Oh, hell no.
Boy, you gonna have Mama D pull out a shotgun and go get you, man. All right, man.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, look, we're gonna go ahead and close out this segment. Any final words before we get up out of here?
Yes, man. The weather is cooling down now, which is good for my tires. The truck has been running pretty decent. And I thank everyone for all the support that they give me every week. So I love y'all, and I can't wait to see y'all next week.
All right, there it is. Once again, our word of the day is abstain. We're going to try to use that in a sentence this week or by the end of the show. But remember, to abstain from something is to choose to not do or have that thing. So to refrain from doing something. So let's try to use that word throughout the week, and let's try to find a way to expand our vocabulary. All right, Revis, I'll talk to you a little bit later. All right.
All right now. Bye, fam.
All right. All right. Our stash stock party of the evening is the Apple Inc. That's right. If you love iOS, if you love Apple, you got 3 hours, 43 minutes, and 33 seconds to get your piece of stash stock. It costs you nothing. It's absolutely free. And all you have to do is go to stash.com/party. You log in, sign up, and you get your piece of incremental stock. You don't get a whole stock. You just get a piece of stock. If you use the code in the description of the YouTube video, and once you spend $20, you get $20 once you decide which stocks that you want. Okay. So the Apple Inc. is your stash stock party of the evening. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's get this thing started. Let's see. Sister Queen's in the building. What's going on, Sister Queen? Let's see. Sheila Baker. Everybody saying hello to Lisa Maria. So welcome, Lisa Maria. Hope all is well with you. Hopefully you had a good week. But we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. And I want to go ahead and we're going to talk a little bit about, oh yeah, y'all might like this one here. Do you like doing chores? That's right. Do you like doing chores? Let me know. Put in the comments. Do you like doing chores, or do you pass them off to your kids? Like what do you do? Would you be willing to pay somebody to do them for you? That's the question that I have. Well, they're doing something really, really crazy right now, and I guess it's anything to make money, right? Anything to make money. And they're just saying, hey, we're going to just go ahead and allow other people to do chores for you. And what do I mean by that? Uber, the trusted company, said that they're going to launch a handy person service similar to TaskRabbit. Is this something that you would be open to? That's the question that I have. Would you be open to something like this? Let's go ahead and see how this article reads here. All right. I can't make this up, man. I mean, anything to make some money, right? Anything to make some money. She said, yes, I have a cleaning service. Sister Queen says, I like doing chores. And Hit the Spot says, oh, hell no. Anything, huh? Yeah, I get you. Hit the Spot 1006. So Sister Queen says, I like doing the chores. Oh, there's a company called TaskRabbit that did that. Yep. Well, guess what? There's some competition that's about to hit the market, and it's basically from a company that you guys all know and love called Uber. And they're saying that they're just basically going to be exploring the idea of doing something similar, such as TaskRabbit. And then you can now call on someone to carry out your everyday tasks that they do not want to do. They said the details of the possible service would be called Chore. And basically a guy by the name of Steve Moser said that this would be in Uber's iPhone app. All right. And it said that the user would be able to hire a tasker for a minimum of 1 hour. So you can get them at least for 1 hour to come out and do whatever it is that you need them to do. And then you specify the job that needs doing, and they will arrive and start on it. And then it said similar to the ride or food delivery within Uber's application, the code indicates that the user will be asked to specify the address of their request, review their submission, and then press a button to request it. So this could be something like hanging pictures. There could be something like cleaning out my gutters. Maybe you know how to do pest control. I'm pretty sure that would be more than an hour. But I mean, these are similar tasks. Maybe change a flat tire. I don't know. This could probably put a lot of people out of business because they're just saying, hey, get the average handyman person to come out there and do these type of things. Now, they're saying that Chore will calculate the fee based on the time needed to complete the job. And now Uber started out as a ride sharing service, and then they're saying that the on-demand taxi service still drives most of its income, but they went on and started doing Uber Eats, which was their meal delivery, and now they want to broaden its revenue stream, and now they want to launch this new TaskRabbit-like service that would mark another effort to improve the bottom line. So right now they're just saying, hey, I just want to make some money. We want to improve the bottom line, and I'm not sure. What do you think of this? Is this cool to see Uber, a trusted company? So that means my question would be background checks. Will people look at your home? They do the job, and then they might come back in and get you, because they see what you have in your house. I mean, I don't know. Is that something that you would be open to doing? They said TaskRabbit, which is a similar service, they launched in 2008 and to offer people an easy way to hire people to do various jobs such as home repairs, cleaning, gardening, electrical help, plumbing. And it was acquired by IKEA back in 2017. So IKEA actually owns TaskRabbit. So my question to you is, what do you think of this Uber Chores? Put it in the comment. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, this is great. Where do I sign up? 2, wait a minute. These people are coming to my house. 3, so you telling me I can order a person and they fix something? Or 4, I think it has potential, but I'm skeptical. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? All right, let's see. What do we have? No, I'm not paying anybody to do what I can do the way I like it done. Hey, I'm not knocking that hustle right there, Lisa Maria. My thing, it could be something that you don't know or that you don't like. That's it could be something with plumbing services, and instead of hiring a plumber, you could possibly get somebody to come out there and get that. Sister Queen says, no, I like things a certain way, and we ain't switching up. Let's see. Hit the Spot says she needs Sister Queen in her life. Let me see. Nope, I don't mind doing chores because it's only me, says Lisa Maria. And let's see. No, I'm not paying anybody when I can do it the way I like it to be done. Okay, I understand. All right, I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm not knocking it. So everybody has mixed views, but let's see what the comments say. I think it has potential, but I'm skeptical. Okay, that's what 60% of you guys say. 20% say this is great. Where do I sign up? Okay, and you telling me I can order a person and they fix something? Yeah. This is here. So it's not available yet, but it's coming in the near future. All right. So I'm just letting you know it's coming in the near future. It's in the fine print. They're saying that this is going to launch soon. They're in the beta mode. So sooner than later, you'll be able to hire a tasker for a minimum of 1 hour after you specify the job that you need to get done, and they'll start on it and they will complete it. And I guess, of course, once they do it, they're going to be expecting a tip. Same with Uber Eats and same with you riding Uber. So keep in mind, you got to factor in the tip once they do the plumbing, the gardening, whatever else that it may be that needs to be done. I don't know. I would not mind helping you. Hit the spot. 10:06 says Sister Queen. Now, see, now we already got a family atmosphere right here. That's why they gave Google and YouTube. I would use it for unskilled labor. Okay, there you go. I think that it has potential. Now, the question is, what are the background checks and that kind of stuff, like trusting someone in your home. But I mean, if you're already using TaskRabbit, I'm pretty sure you feel comfortable. And then you got to remember, if you get in an Uber or Lyft, I mean, you're getting in a stranger's car. If you do an Airbnb, you're going into a stranger's home. So, I mean, this is nothing no different from any of that. So, just giving you just some thought process to go with this here. All right. So, once again, that's our poll, and this is what you guys think. It says seems a bit of a risk if you need an electrician. Things can go really wrong with bad wiring. Yeah. So, Awesome Wood Things just did a project where he wired his his floodlights and his camera outside of his house. And then I guess he had some wiring issues on day one, but then he was able to fix it on day two. So that could be something to make sure that that person is truly, truly skilled. Right. Shirley says she would use it for little task. Okay. For light task, for light task. Okay, there it is. I'm not knocking it. I'm just putting it out there. I just want you guys to know that this is coming to a town near you. All right. So just keep that in mind. It's coming to a town near you. And hopefully it sounds like you guys seem to like it a little bit. And that's what we like to hear. So if you guys like it, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to tell us that they used it. And once they tell us that they used it, we'll see how it actually works. All right. Going on to our next topic. How many people use Spotify? Put in the comments. Let me know. Do you use Spotify at all? Or do you use another streaming service? Spotify said that they're going to add a new feature. And this is going to be free for the time being. And I think that this might be good because they're competing and they want to own a piece of the market, just like Uber wants to own a piece of the market, right? So Spotify says they're going to bring free audiobook trials to paying subscribers. So if you're already on Spotify and you like Spotify, you can now get audiobooks to go with this. That's right, audiobooks. They're saying Spotify will offer subscribers a free audiobook trial for a limited time as part of its efforts to break into the market. So they're trying this out. And they're saying that subscribers will have access to up to 20 hours of listening per month without having to pay an additional fee. And they're saying that this trial is expected to come within the coming months. So the question is, would you be open to using Spotify for audiobooks? Because right now, Audible really pretty much cornered the market. And unless you listen to podcasts on Apple Music or with Deezer, or I can't think of the other one, Tidal. Those are the ones, but I don't think that they really do audiobooks. Spotify is saying that they want to tap in, and they're just saying, hey, we want to own or control a piece of the market as well. Let's see. They're saying that Spotify will offer subscribers a free audiobook trial for a limited time as part of its effort to break into the market. I think I already read that. They already said that the company has 300,000 book titles from last year after its $123 million purchase of the audiobook platform called Findaway. So they own a company called Findaway that they bought out 2022. And they said those offerings have been limited to a pay per download pricing plan. So it hasn't been really that awesome. Let's just put it like that. Spotify is reportedly using a free trial to gauge customers' interest in listening to audiobooks. So it sounds like that this is just a free trial. They're not actually giving it to you as an actual service that comes with it, but they're basically giving you, I guess, the hookup on it, I guess. I don't know. They're saying Spotify will push into the audiobook sector comes a year after its continued altercation with Apple. So everybody knows that they've been beefing with Apple, and that has not been good. That has not been good because Apple wants you to buy into their in-app purchases, and they take a fee. And now that's why people have to raise their prices. And that's where the problem lies. They're saying that Spotify basically they removed the audiobook option from iOS App Store, and so now instead Spotify will allow subscribers to purchase audiobooks directly to its site to make up for that Apple's 15% and 30% commission fees for in-app purchases. So that's really where the problem lies right there. Well, they're saying with the audio launch, Apple has once again proven just how hard it is, how brazen it is, or they're willing to be with the App Store rules. They're making it very difficult for you, constantly shifting the goalposts to disadvantages their competitors. The news comes as Spotify works to knock Amazon's Audible out of the top spot, which owns about 63% audiobook market. That's a huge market that they own, 63%. And so basically somebody's got to compete with Audible, right? Somebody's got to compete with them. So they're saying after they acquired Findaway, Spotify changed the model from taking 50% cut while the Findaway platform received 20% on royalties. But the company altered the pricing to remove Findaway's distribution fees when someone purchases an audiobook through Spotify. So basically, if you order through Spotify, then they don't get the distribution fee. So in other words, Spotify's cut was basically 70, and now it was reduced to 50 because you went through Spotify. Now they're saying, meanwhile, Audible is taking a 75% cut of retail revenue and 60% if the author signs an exclusivity contract. So if they go exclusive with Audible, they automatically get 60%. If not, they're going to take 75%. And basically, Spotify is saying that we believe audiobooks. We believe that audiobooks and that in their many different forms will be a massive opportunity. I think it is. I think it's a great opportunity. It's an untapped market. It's really controlled by Audible. Spotify did not immediately respond to the request for comments about when the free trial is expected to roll out. And it remains unclear if the audiobook trial will be offered directly through the app or if listeners will still have to subscribe to Spotify's site. That's a lot to unpack. But at the end of the day, what we got out of this is Spotify bought a company called Findaway. They basically said they want to compete with Audible. They wanted to get away from the Apple ecosystem because Apple, if you buy directly through Apple or through iOS, you have to pay the Apple fee. So they want you to buy directly through them. And then now they're saying, we don't know when we're going to roll this out, but we want to gauge and see if there's an interest. And since you're already on Spotify, why not? Let's try it. So I guess, let me see, where's this set? I don't want to fire this off before I give it to you just yet. Where's it at? There you go. Will this feature justify the Spotify pricing? That's the question that I have. This is good, definitely worth looking at. 2, no, they want to hook us and raise price. No, because Amazon has this sector on lock. Or 4, it depends on the audiobook offerings. Which one do you think? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Will this feature justify the Spotify pricing? Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me go over here to the comments and see what you guys are saying. Is it wasn't that the library thing last week that you told us about? No, Shirley, that's called Libby. So what Libby was, you can go to your local library, get a library card, and then when you go to the library, Libby is you go to the library, get a library card, download the app, and you can get audiobooks for free with Libby. So you can get magazines. So what we were talking about, you can get magazines, but you can also get audiobooks with Libby. And then instead of you just getting books just at your library, you can get your audiobooks. And now they're saying that you can get unlimited magazines. That's what that story was about a couple of weeks ago. Let's see what else do we have over here. I just want Spotify for music. But I think that this is pretty cool. Yeah, that you get that you can get the books, audiobooks to go with it. Let's see. Anything else? I can't. I don't think there's anybody else. Tough shoes to follow behind Audible. Audible had a high library. That's what Shirley says. No, like I said, Audible has this market cornered, and it's going to be hard. But I mean, Walmart was great at putting small businesses out of business, and they called it urban sprawl. The internet has now Amazon has put a lot of the big box retailers out of business. So it's not to say that, this can't be done. People are doing more online shopping than they ever done before. So it's not to say that this cannot be done. It's just that you cornered the market. Everybody was going to Walmart in the late 90s and stopped doing business with the small business owner. Now everybody's on Amazon, right? Or they're buying online. We've spoken on Temu. We've spoken on Amazon, on their Amazon Prime Day. I mean, we've done all kind of crazy things. So, I mean, it's not to say that none of these things, look, you come up with an idea, it's good. No one ever thought that we would be staying in somebody's house with Airbnb, or we would be getting in people's cars. Now it's, hey, Apple is trying to control the market. And since they're controlling the market, what we're not going to do is, either you get the service or you don't. Well, now give the other companies such as Spotify an opportunity to have the same book. And then now you have price comparison. Apple is already having issues. So since they're having issues with, wanting to charge in-app fees, cut them out and buy directly through us. Why not? I got to go back to class. See y'all next week. Great topic, tall boy. I will see the replay. Good night, everyone. All right, Sister Queen, you have a good one. True point about Walmart and Amazon. I mean, this is just what it is. I mean, we all lived this era. We all watched it. We all saw it happen. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, this is just something that's out there that you have to just pay attention to. And I just want you guys just to pay attention to it. It says right now, no, because Amazon has sector unlocked. That's what a lot of you guys think. Okay, well, that's just where we are with that. All right, let me see. Where do we have? We have. Hey, everybody. It is the Lab Tech Show. Will you join us? Will you follow us? Will you subscribe? We definitely would love your support. All we're asking is for you to follow the show, like it, subscribe, hang out, and let us know what you think. That's it. It's called the Lab Tech Show. We're interactive. We try to make it fun, and we do our best to give you the cutting edge technology in real time. That's right, in real time. So hopefully you guys like it and you tell somebody. And we didn't get to our goal of 500 by the end of August. So we're still struggling to get to 500, but I definitely would love your support if you would tell someone and help us get to that goal. So it's called the Lab Tech Show. Go ahead, clap your hands, bob your head, but just make sure you subscribe to the show. Will you do that? All right. Our next article that we have here is Lyft. They're doing some things that are really, really special. And they want to make sure that women are safe on the road. That's right. They want to make sure women are safe on the road. Let's see here. Let me see. There we go. They say Lyft, they want women to be safe. And what I mean by that, Lyft aims to match women and non-binary riders and drivers with each other more often. I can't make this up. I never really pay too much attention to a lot of this kind of stuff, but I mean, apparently, due to sexual harassment and due to people feeling uncomfortable, we have to make sure that everybody feels safe, they feel comfortable, and at the end of the day, we want everybody to be okay. So with that being said, we're going to dive into this article. Just give me one moment as I pull this up. And we're going to go and see what they're saying. All right. There we go. All right. The article reads that Lyft said that they're announcing an initiative that aims to make safety for riders and drivers who identify as women or non-binary women, or as non-binary, excuse me, Women Plus Connect. That's what they're calling this. It's a feature that gives women and non-binary drivers the option to match with women and non-binary riders more often. That's what this program is designed to do. All right. If it says Lyft says this is an opt-in feature that's preference based. If a driver activates Women Plus Connect, but there are no women or non-binary people who are looking for a ride close by, they still will be matched with a male rider and vice versa. They're going to roll this out in Phoenix, San Diego, San Francisco, and San Jose and Chicago. Those are the places that they're going to roll this feature out. And they're also saying when it's available in your area, women and non-binary riders and drivers will see a count me in prompt. If they agree to this, it's more likely that they'll be matched with a woman or non-binary person. They said they want to improve safety. That's their goal. And they're saying that the company is also hoping it will encourage more women and non-binary folks to sign up as drivers. They say Lyft says that according to a recent survey, nearly half of the riders are women. Now, I did not know that. They said, but they only make up 23% of the drivers on the platform. So I can understand where somebody may feel a little uncomfortable with this situation here. They're also saying that ride-sharing platforms such as Lyft and Uber have always added safety features over the last few years because of sexual assaults or other violent encounters. My question is it the drivers or is it the riders that are having these violent encounters? I think that's the $1 million question here. But they're also saying that they made it easier for riders and drivers to contact support staff or 911. And they also said they can also keep loved ones up to date with their location and record audio from the ride. So Lyft has partnered with the Human Rights Campaign and the National Association of Women, law enforcement executives, as they were trying to build out this Women Plus Connect feature. And it's also worth noting that Lyft makes it easy for riders and drivers to change their gender identity in the apps with a few taps. You'll see a rider preferred pronouns or the driver's preferred pronouns, but not their gender identity. And so that's something that might freak me out because a woman can say that they're a man, but can the man turn around and say that they're a woman and say that they're non-binary and still do some things that they're not supposed to do? I think that's the part that confuses me when it comes to this here. The article also continues to go on and say access to Women Plus Connect is based on the gender that users identify with in the Lyft app. And they also say that the default gender identity it uses for drivers is based on the license it has on file. So it's great for the driver, but can you switch back and forth? It says any user can change their gender identity in the app at any time, balancing the ability for users to easily express their gender accurately, while ensuring this feature works as intended is a tricky needle to thread and may cause some issues. But they're saying at least Lyft is considering that factor while implementing the Women Plus Connect. That's a lot to unpack. Because one, I did not know that women riders were over half. That's number one. Two, I did not know about the many assaults that they are having in the vehicle, whether it's sexual assault or violent assault. And three, I did not know that that there were less women drivers than there were male drivers, because in the city I stay in, I think it's 50-50 based off of the way I use. Now, I don't know because I don't ride or use Lyft as much as I do with Uber, but I tend to get more women drivers. Well, I want to say it's half. So I don't want to prematurely say that. So I did not know that all these things were a factor from where I'm based out of. Sheila Baker says safety first. I like that. Safety is important to me. So do you, Shirley, or Sheila, do you guys use Lyft? Do you guys use it at all? Let me know in the comments. Do you use it? Do you use it? That's the question. Do you use Lyft? I only use it whenever I need to go into the city and I don't want to pay for parking. That's me. So no judging here. No judging here. But let me know in the comments, what do you think? And then also, do you like this new move that Lyft has made? 1, yes, safety is key. 2, I didn't know women felt uncomfortable riding Lyft. 3, this should have been rolled out in the beginning. 4, people want too much for ride sharing services. 5, I'm not getting a cheaper rate, so it doesn't matter. Let me know in the comments, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, which one do you like the best? All right. So yeah, Lyft is saying that they're going to try to make riding with women a lot easier, not only for the driver, but also for the rider. Shirley says, Lyft I use when traveling. And Sheila Baker says, no, she uses Uber. All right. Let's see. I got a 3 where someone says this should have been rolled out in the beginning. Yeah, I think it should have. I think, unfortunately, when this rolled out, I think when Lyft or Uber first rolled out, I think that they were just trying to get people to not just use taxis. So I don't think that they were looking at trying to match people. I don't think the technology was there. But I also do believe the technology has now progressed over the years. And I think that they're looking at ways to capitalize. No different from what Uber is doing, saying we're doing chores. How do we capitalize on this here? So I definitely would like to know your thoughts. Right now, Shirley is saying 1, yes, safety is key. And then the other person is saying this should have been rolled out in the beginning. So I definitely would like to know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think, and we're going to go keep it moving from there. All right. Our last story of the evening is I was going to do a story, but I know you guys are going to fool around and hear all this buzz and talk about this hype about this new phone that just dropped. And I wanted you guys to walk away having a clear understanding of what this iPhone 15 is, what it does, and you have to make your own respective decision on whether or not you want to make this purchase or not. All right. So there's no poll questions. We can talk a little bit after, but I got a chance to pull our guy, our resident family member, tech troublemaker. I got him to come in before the show, and we had a conversation. And he and I discussed iPhone 15. So let's talk about it.
Cool.
We got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. And then after, I'm going to come back. We're going to play the video of what this iPhone 15 is. All right. So I'm going to have the conversation with you. And then I'm going to come back. We'll discuss. And then I'm going to show you the iPhone 15. All right. That's what we're going to do. So Roy and I first, come back, briefly speak, and then I'm going to show you the features that we were talking about. All right, guys, iPhone 15 just dropped. Apple had an event yesterday, and you guys know I'm Team Droid. I'm not an iOS guy, so I really did not want to speak on this prematurely. I know a lot of you guys are really looking at the holiday season. You guys are looking at now and saying, do I want to make this purchase? So what I did was I got a friend of the show, family member of the show, to come in and discuss what they think of the iPhone 15. So without further ado, I got my man, Tech Troublemaker. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. How you?
Man, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Apple had an event yesterday.
They
Let me
did.
know. What did you think of it? Was it good? Was it worth it?
It was the usual, Apple hype machine. But yeah, I mean, they came out with some phones. They came out with a cool watch I'm excited about. But yeah, on the phone front, they got the iPhone 15, the iPhone 15 Plus. Then they came out with a brand new 15 Pro and the Pro Max. And really, if you watch the whole thing, it was like, oh, by the way, we got an iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus,
All
and they
right.
got a little bit better battery life, and that was it. Oh, and USB
What?
C. And then everything else was all hype about Pro and the Max. So all that stuff about titanium and all that, you got to get a Pro or a Pro Max to even get the titanium case around it. Um, they all have the new ceramic coating on the lens on the front screen, so that's cool. You got a little bit better battery life on the 15 and 15 Plus, but the Pro and the Pro Max were the big talking points yesterday. That was what they were hyping about. They were talking about how the gaming graphics are so much better on the Pro and the Pro Max. So if you're a gamer and you want something graphics intensive, those two devices have a lot more GPUs. The 15, the 15 Plus, that's just an iPhone 14 with a USB port, USB C port. That's
Okay.
the big story.
So I have to ask you a question. Is
Yeah.
it worth the purchase if you bought an iPhone 14 Pro, Pro Max, or an iPhone 13? Is it worth it? Is it worth the purchase?
If you are a photographer and you use your phone for that a lot, or you're a gamer, then maybe. Otherwise, no, it's just another iPhone. I mean, the only thing cool about it is that, hey, you got everything else in your house is probably USB C already. iPhone's now USB C because the EU required all phones in Europe to be USB C. And so Apple had no choice. They had to swap to USB C. But you're going to have the right USB C charging brick and cable to be able to charge, or else you're not going to get the performance on the charging that you might want. So
Okay, so Apple also launched some other products that might be noteworthy. I saw the storage increase, but then you also like the watch. Whichever one you want to go into, you tell me what you think.
yeah, well, I mean, so the watch definitely went up. They definitely added more storage to the iPhone. I mean, you can get a Pro Max of 1 terabyte, but it is $1,600 US. So yikes, that's a lot of money for 1 terabyte on an iPhone Pro Max. So, that's a lot. Now you can get 512 gig on the iPhone 15, and the price on that is $1,100 basically. So yikes. I'm excited about the Apple Watch. I have an old Apple Watch, and I'm lucky if I get 9 hours charge on it. So the Apple Watch Ultra 2, which is their kind of expedition hardcore watch, is supposed to have all this protection on it. It's got that ceramic coating just like the phones do now, and it's got 36-hour battery life, is what they claim. Um, I guess the other cool thing is if you got the Pro or the Pro Max, you can now charge your watch, or if you have AirPod Pro 2, you can charge that. It's got reverse charging now, which is Samsung's had that forever. You could do that with Samsung. So it's just Apple catching up with Samsung in that regard.
Look, I'm not
Um,
judging here.
no, no, I'm just
I'm
telling
just.
you.
You guys know how I am, but I
Yeah.
wanted someone that is a diehard iOS person, Apple person, to come and give it to you straight. Is the watch worth the upgrade? Yes or no?
Um,
Be
the
honest. Come on.
cost, it's crazy expensive, man. It's crazy expensive. I mean, you're buying a small computer for what, $1,100 to get the high end one that's got, I don't even need cellular. Why does it have to have cellular service built into the watch? Just give me a watch that has enough battery life so that I can wear it while I'm sleeping instead of letting it charge while I sleep. So that's where I'm at. I can't get all the benefits from, hey, pay attention to how I'm doing on my sleep, because I have to charge it after a day of working and running and everything else I do. And so I don't ever get to wear my watch at night, so it tells me how I slept because it just didn't have the battery life. So these new Apple Watches, even just the Apple Watch 9, has much better battery life. So I'm just in the market for a new watch. That's why it makes sense to me. But if you've already got like an Apple Watch 8 there's nothing to run out to 9 for. If you
Okay,
are running
you
marathons,
so
go
if you
ahead.
have a tier, so if you have a tier of last year or the year before, so within the last
Yeah,
2 years, it's not really worth the purchase.
no, it's not.
Okay,
No, there's
but
nothing
if
there
unless
amazing.
you want to upgrade, is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to upgrade, and then if you got an iPhone 14, if you don't have there's no reason for you to upgrade right now. Other than you suddenly want everything in your house to be USB-C instead of all those lightning cables. But by now, you've already got 15 lightning cables in your house.
Now,
If you
now,
are looking for high performance, the Pro and the Pro Max, I mean, if that's what's got you excited, that's the devices I would go for if I had to replace my phone.
now,
Otherwise,
I have a serious question here.
yeah.
Can you use any USB-C charger with this iPhone 15? Can it be a 3.2, a 3.0, just a standard
So,
USB cable and it would charge the
yeah,
phone? Like this is something that people who are really going
yeah,
out there to go purchase this phone, they need to know the differences of what kind of
they do.
USB-C
They do.
charger they need to have. So
Yeah.
what do you think or what do you say to that?
So, first of all, the iPhone 15 and the 15 Plus are only USB 2.0 speed wise. And the
Now you got to
Pro and
break
the
that
Pro
down. What
Max,
does that mean? What does that mean?
that's a slower standard. You're if you bought a PC in the last 3 years, you probably got 3.0 or 3.1, which means your data transfers are faster going between like a thumb drive or some device in like a SSD, whatever you're using to back up your computer with. If it's 3.1, then it's able to transfer files at 10 gig. It's pretty fast going that way. But USB 2.0 was a slower standard, so I'm shocked that they went that far back. I guess the chips were cheap, so they said, "Yeah, it doesn't matter. We just got to be USB-C because EU said we had to."
Okay, so to make this clear, we're
Yeah,
making this clear. The iPhone 15 and the Plus is only 2.0. And then if you
right.
get the Pro Max, is there a
Yeah,
difference in that one?
the Pro or the Pro Max are USB 3.2, I think, and so it's a much faster standard to transfer files back and forth. Most people don't transfer files that way to their phone, and it won't have any impact on charging. But you are going to have to make sure that the USB-C cables you buy are charging quality, because some USB-C cables are only good enough to do data transfer. They're not good enough to do both data and charging. So you are going to have to be careful about that. Hopefully things will shake out in the first 6 months, and all those, basically the cheap cables for USB-C that are out there, be careful. Just be careful. Make sure you find something that says it's iPhone rated, Apple certified, because that way you'll be safer. Because otherwise, it's going to get a little dangerous there in the beginning.
My last
But you've had
thing,
that problem with Samsung as well. You get
yeah.
cheap cables, you're bad for Samsung
Well, that and Google Pixel as well.
and
So,
the Pixel. Yes,
my last thing, there's a button on the side, and I guess it
yes.
replaced the mute button. What
So
does
the mute
that
switch
button
is
do?
gone.
What does that
So
button do?
they're calling it the action button. So you have like a bunch of actions you can program it to do. It can be mute, or you can have it take a picture. You can have it run a shortcut, because you can create shortcuts on your phone to make it do multiple tasks. And so it's just going to be a cool feature that you can program that button to do whatever you want to do. They have a long list of things that you can pick out of the list and just say, hey, I want to do this. So like in my case, I might want to tell it, when I push this button, you're going to go compute mute, and the ringer's not going to go off at all. Or I'll push this button, it'll take a picture. You just kind of program it for what you want. I love that. The other thing I love about the iPhone 15 is that all the iPhone 15s have dynamic island. Previously, you had to have an iPhone Pro, 14 Pro or higher, to get dynamic island, and dynamic island is very useful. So
Now,
that
for
is
the
a cool
ones who don't
feature.
know what that is, which I'm pretty sure they do, what is that?
Yeah.
Just for purposes of just speaking on it? What is dynamic
No,
island?
dynamic island basically is so if you notice on the iPhones, there's a little slot at the top of the phone right here. Well, basically, dynamic island expands out from there, and you can get lots of useful information. So it's a notification system, and
Show it
they've
to
done
him
a
one more
really good
time.
job.
Show it to him one more time on your phone.
Well, it's right here, but
Yeah,
my
at the
phone,
top. Okay,
doesn't
gotcha.
have it.
At the
It's at
top.
the
There you
top.
go. Okay.
My
And
model doesn't have dynamic island. My wife's does. So
now, I said last question, but is the picture quality any better? Because I know people went to concerts. Is the picture quality any better if they're all the way in the back of the room? Does it matter? Because I mean, most people are buying phones for the camera,
Well,
and I mean, this is how you really justify the purchase, right?
Yeah. If you really care about taking photos with your phone, if you don't have like the Samsung with the 100 times optical zoom, not optical, but digital zoom. So there's a difference. Optical means there's a physical lens inside there moving back and forth like a camera, like the cameras when you're zooming in. Digital zoom is AI trying to fake it out to appear closer and just do some zoom for you. But the iPhone, so they made some big moves on the iPhone, and so with the 15, you got 2 times optical zoom now. So you got a little lens that's doing a little zoom in there, 2 times optical zoom on the 15 Pro, the 15 Plus, and the 15. The Pro has 3 times optical zoom, but the 15 Pro Max has 5 times optical zoom, and basically has a 120 millimeter telephoto lens inside your phone.
So it can zoom in real fast. It can zoom in real far. So you can be like at the back of a concert,
really
and it can get you somewhat close to the front.
Yeah. So I mean, if that's what you're wanting to do, and you get nosebleed seats because, like me, you can't afford to sit up front with Beyonce, then you gotta get you a Pro Max so you can take those pictures.
Oh my God! What they say? Oh hell no! No. All right. So you got those great pictures with the retro look that Roy has. He has a new background, and we have the dynamic island on all the phones. It has the new button on the side that will allow you to program certain tasks. The titanium, Roy says, don't worry about all that. It's just, just a new style or a new finish. So don't worry about that. But the USB-C, if you choose to go with this phone, make sure you get the right USB-C cable if you go this route.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We're going to play this video. Roy's going to get up out of here. I'm going to show you what they did at the Apple event on the iPhone 15. But check this out. Roy, any parting words before you get out of here?
Yes. Pay attention. That video is only talking about 15 Pro and Pro Max because only the Pro and the Pro Max have the titanium. So they can hype titanium all they want, but the aluminum case is what's on the 15 and the 15 Plus.
All right, there it is. We're going to play this. We're going to play this video. Thanks so much, Roy, for breaking it down in a language that we can understand. And hopefully, if you decide to make your purchase for iPhone 15, you now have a better understanding on whether or not it's worth the purchase or not. Check this video out. All right, guys. So what did you guys think? Did you guys get a clear understanding of what was being said? Did you understand the differences between the cables, that side button that will allow you to do tasks, and then also it has a better camera? Not sure yet until you can actually test it when the phone is actually out to see what the video quality or the picture quality really will do. So these are some things that you can think about. But once again, if you already have an iPhone 13 or 14, unless you are just a diehard iOS person, you do not need to make this upgrade. Your standard charger, that the lightning cable, is not going away anytime soon. The only reason why they went to USB-C is because the EU made it mandatory and said that this is a lot of waste that you guys are making. Let's just make one universal charger. So this is why Apple, their hand was forced to go with USB-C charging. And that's why in the next couple of years, when we get to iPhone 18, iPhone 19, then you can start saying it's time to get rid of that cable. But right now, just remember that you can still use your lightning cable all the way up to an iPhone 14, but anything iPhone 15 moving forward, you need to make sure you have the right cable. All right. Into trading, what's going on, man? He says Apple is probably looking for money to continue talking about the new phone. Okay, so that's what Into Trading is saying. Not knocking that. So let's go ahead and look at this video, and then we're going to go ahead and close out the show. All right. So without further ado, introducing the iPhone 15. All right, guys, there it is. Sorry about that. That's the iPhone 15 Pro commercial. Hopefully you guys got some value out of it. Don't forget that the titanium is only for use if you have the Pro or the Pro Max. So if you choose to get the Plus or the regular, you're not going to get the titanium finish. That's the one thing that Roy said. And then we go from there. All right. Before we get up out of the show, let me go ahead and hit you with this. And let's see. Hey guys, it's the Brands, Tallboy.us, the Lab Tech Show, and your live production. Don't forget to tap in with us on Roku or Amazon Fire at TBE Media. And then you can also support us over on Cash App or PayPal. Those are the respective links. Make sure you tap in and support the show however you see fit. All right? It is the Brands. That's what we're doing. All right, guys. So it is now 9:09. I definitely thank you so much for tapping in with me and getting some value. Hopefully you got some value out of the show for this evening. And hopefully you did get something out of it to where you can say, I can now at least know what's coming down the pipeline, or I want to learn or utilize those features. Don't forget, even though we spoke on Spotify and the audiobooks, remember Libby, we spoke about a couple weeks ago. If you get your library card from your local library, Libby, you should be able to log into the Libby app and you should be able to get audiobooks for free. So that's something totally different from Spotify. All right. And outside of that, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It is the Lab Tech Show, and hopefully I look forward to seeing you guys next week. You guys have a good one. And what they say, this is the Lab Tech Show.
You already know.
Ow.
Tall boy.
I'll see you guys next week, God willing. Y'all ready?